Sup world, Plant Savvy here. I am so grateful to be doing a collaboration with Green Man Grow, Sean Knight.
What's up, everybody? So I am Sean Knight and my channel is Green Man Grow 7. It is a delight and pleasure to be doing this collaboration with my brother Plant Savvy.
My plant brother. Yes, I'm grateful to do the collaboration. All right, so it's a Q&A that we're doing, and Sean came up with such good questions that I'm like, hey, let's just answer those. All right, so the first question is, what got you interested in plants and having plants in my space? And what really got me is one day my girl, she brought some tomato seeds and we planted them in soil, and they actually started to grow. And I'd say this will be about a year or so ago that this happened, and I actually started seeing that these tiny little seeds that we potted in this here planter and put outside, started watering them. I started watering them after I saw the tomato starts to grow up and stemming out. And of course I would do it on and off, not often. I was not taking good care of them at that time. Also learning that they absorb moisture in the air. We had a lot of humidity in our previous place, and I was like, how can I get rid of some of this humidity? And then I found out that plants, they absorb all of that. They will help with the humidity in the room. So I did get into plants, started asking around. My coworkers at work started gifting me awesome plants like the devil's backbone. Some plants was given to me, of course, got the snake plant, and it just grew on from there. I started propagating the pothos, started propagating that, and here we are.
And so our first question, what got me interested in plants and having plants in my space? Well, it was a natural progression of me just having plants in my house. My grandmother had plants, and I'm from a Louisiana family. So in Louisiana, whether it be Louisiana, New Orleans, whether you're in Savannah, Georgia, you see foliage and you see plants and you see ferns hanging from the porch, and you see plants on the sun porch, and you just see plants everywhere in the living room. And so I've always had plants around me, even when I was a child. And so now just having that natural progression of being an adult and having plants in my space, it's just always been like this.
My favorite plant genus family, and that is a very, very good question. Currently it's the pothos, as I said, because which is in the, I believe it's pronounced Araceae genus family. And again, it's because that was one of my first plants that I started off with, and it's just started, like that's what we have here in the back. It's a beautiful climbing, reaching out type of plant that doesn't take a lot. You just put it in water, allow that root system to develop, and let it flourish. And that is one thing that I love. I love that Araceae genus.
What's my favorite plant genus, plant family? I am particularly fond of hardy plants. I have a fondness for philodendrons and monsteras. I love all plants, but I particularly like philodendrons and monstera because they're hardy. They grow strong, and they're just strong plants. And I don't have a lifestyle to be babying plants. Some plants require you to do a little bit extra. And the lifestyle that I have, I need to make sure that the plant has some light, some water, and it's in its spot and it's growing. And occasionally you look at it, clean the leaves off and do those things. But other than that, philodendrons and monstera.
All right, so question 3, why plants? and not something else like fish? That is hilarious. Why plants? Well, as I noted before, you know, they are just, once you learn about them and you learn their benefits, they give so much healthy oxygen to the room. It's so many health benefits in growing them, learning about them. You can also get into gardening and learn how to grow your own vegetables. It's just an all-around beneficial thing. And it's fascinating to me that I can take a plant seed and it turns into one day a humongous, I don't know, mango tree. It's very fascinating. I'm very enthusiastic. I'm very excited and enthusiastic about it.
Why plants and not something like fish? Well, first of all, I'm not a fish person. So for all of the people who want fish and fish tanks, that's your thing. For me, plants in my space, being able to take care of a plant and have it grow from a cutting, grow from a seed, and then turn into a tree, turn into a plant that will grow and just continually grow up a moss pole. I just get enjoyment from that. And plus the beauty of having all of the different types of plants. Yeah, that's why.
All right. Number 4, what is the top of your wish list plants? I love this question. The top of my wish list plants, of course I gotta say Monstera. I mean, come on now. We've been painting, my lady Mary Grace, she painted that one much better than mine. But Monstera, it is very much on my wish list. I don't care what kind, but the way that the plant grows, of course you have your Swiss cheese effect to it, but it also has climbing rooting system that will reach out and grab, wrap around and keep growing. You have to put a moss pole in the back of it and water the moss pole while you watch it climb up the tree. It's so fascinating. Philodendron also is on that top of my list, as well as anthuriums, to just name a few of plants that I cannot wait to get top of my wish list. But yeah, the Monstera, I really am looking forward to getting that.
What's the top of my wish list? Well, I actually don't have a wish list right now because I just received in the last month 2 plants that were the last 2 plants on my wish list. So I want you to watch for my next couple of videos so that you can see me introduce those wish list plants to everybody. It's gonna be nice.
Number 5, what are my aspirations for my YouTube channel? That again is such a great question. I'm so happy that he asked it. I'm so happy that you asked it, Sean. Thank you. I truly want to grow with other plant parents with YouTube, like you, Sean. And I want to learn as well as inform as I can with credible information on how to take care, nurture our beautiful plant life that we grow, to one day have that beautiful urban jungle in this study that I have here, and keep growing, keep showing fun videos, lifting someone's day up simply by having a funny video.
What are the aspirations for my YouTube channel for the future? You know, I started my YouTube channel out because I love plants. And I figured that it was a way to express myself, a way to present different plants. Maybe there will be some plants that I have that people have not seen, but also my love for plants. And then general helpful hint of how to propagate, how to take care of pests, how to use different mediums for growing, fertilizer, all of the different things that make having plants in your space useful, and tips that might help someone else. And so hang in there with me. If you are not familiar with my channel, again, it's Green Man Grow 7. And I want to thank my brother Plant Savvy for this opportunity. Peace.